we always said that in order to get on Nasdaq or NYSE and stay there, you've got to have a sustainable business, and that equals revenues.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Gary Cottle, the Chief Executive of Valereum. Gary, very good to speak with you. Valereum now cross-trading on the OTCQB. Why was this the right moment to expand into the US market?
Morning, Stephen. Thanks for having me on again. One of the stepping stones to, we've indicated and signalled our intent and certainly the intent of QGP for a US listing. Now, ultimately, that's either NYSE or Nasdaq. So getting broader reach into US investors via the OTC markets route is an obvious first step for us. So we have looked at it on a number of times before. This is the perfect time. Also, we're getting a lot of outreach now. So people inbounds asking us to brief them, certainly for a large US investor base. Right timing, just as part of that process of building the business to a point that we can list it into the US. I say we've kind of got to the point, and not that we're too big for AQSE, but the whole intent of the AQSE growth market is to grow companies and then take them onto bigger listings. So this should be a success story if we can make it into a major US listing.
Well, what milestones still need to be achieved before that major US listing becomes realistic?
Oh, that's a really good question. We are, again, for those people who are technically aware of Valereum, we already qualify for an F1 listing. So it's a fast track listing onto Nasdaq or NYSE. We are busy discussing with both. So we have had those discussions to get the business into the right shape. We could file the F1 tomorrow. I don't think we will. I think this could be 3, 4, 5 months. I think we want to do a number of key things. We have been working around the clock with our good friends at QGP. So we are slowly heading toward the launch of what I think we previously discussed a little, which is a gold-backed token, which basically they're very, very dominant or prominent in the royalty and streaming space in the commodities. They have several assets that are production and reserves in gold into the billions. They always, part of their logic for basically buying half of Valereum to begin with, was to be able to not tokenize the mines, but tokenize the whole gold life cycle. So that's from taking stakes in companies that do exploration to NI 43101s, which are reserves, all the way into production, or they already have their own Q Gold token. So bringing that entire ecosystem together, and that work is pretty much done. So there's a number of stages, right? Number one, we've got to be ready to file the F1, and we are. We're just completing our audit now. Number two is we wanted to launch a couple of very large products. Q Gold will be offering a double-digit return. V Gold will be offering a double-digit return. It'll roll in their Q Gold token. They've got 2 other gold tokens as it goes as well, so we may look at those as well. Those will be another month or so. That's the complete focus of what we're doing at the moment. So it's preparing. Obviously, and this is one of the big issues with US listings, it is the delisting ratio has actually gone up. So we're very, very focused on making sure that we've got sufficient sustainable revenues and the $15-16 million a year in token management that we get from the bond, getting the bond to be a liquid bond so we can go and deploy it. So there's kind of those 4 steps really. It's get ourselves ready for an F1, obviously get the coupon, start getting the coupon. So we've effectively got $15 to $30 million a year that's income, and we need to do some big deals to do that. So we're preparing obviously the launch of the first biggest deal with QGP, which will be V Gold. And the token I think is OROX1. So and they've got some magnesium and some silver behind that. But there's only really 4 steps. I think we're pretty much progressed on all of those. But we always said that in order to get on Nasdaq or NYSE and stay there, you've got to have a sustainable business, and that equals revenues.
I hope you'll keep us updated on that progress, Gary. Thank you very much, though, for the update today.
No, thanks for having me on again, Stephen. Thanks.
That's Valereum Chief Executive Gary Cottle.